Most people believe quitting alcohol has to be hard, that it's supposed to take years of struggle, therapy, white-knuckling, and relapses, that freedom only comes after pain. But that's a lie. The truth is, quitting alcohol can be fast, it can be simple, it can even feel natural. And the only reason it doesn't is because the world has been teaching you to do it backwards. See, people don't fail to quit alcohol because they're weak. They fail because they're fighting the wrong battle. They're trying to fix a chemical problem with willpower, an identity problem with rules, and an emotional problem with shame. But once you understand what's actually keeping you trapped, you'll realize that stopping doesn't require strength at all. It requires clarity. So stay with me, because in this video, I'm going to share the 5 secrets that make stopping drinking not just easy, but fast. By the time we're done, you'll see why you never needed to try to quit. You just needed to see the truth, and that starts with the first secret. The one that's been hiding in plain sight. Secret number 1, you don't have a drinking problem. That's right. You don't have a drinking problem. You have a thinking problem because alcohol was never the real issue. It was the illusion you built around it. When I was drinking, I thought alcohol helped me, that it calmed me down, made me social, helped me relax. But every one of those beliefs was a lie, carefully crafted by repetition, marketing, and culture. Think about it. If alcohol really relaxed you, why did you wake up anxious? If it made you confident, why did you need more of it every time? If it made life better, why did it always end with regret? The truth is, alcohol doesn't give you confidence, relaxation, or joy. It temporarily numbs the discomfort you feel when you don't have those things. It hides the symptoms instead of curing the cause. Once you understand that, you stop seeing alcohol as comfort and start seeing it as the very source of your discomfort. And that realization leads directly into the second secret. Because once you see through the illusion, your relationship with alcohol changes instantly. Secret number 2. You can't quit something you don't want. Most people try to quit drinking while still believing they're giving something up, and that's why they struggle. You can't walk away from something you still think you need. Every time you say, "I'm quitting," your brain hears, "I'm losing." And the moment it feels like loss, resistance kicks in. That's why you crave. That's why you relapse. That's why you wake up thinking about the thing you're trying to avoid. But when you truly see alcohol for what it is, a drug that creates the very emptiness it promises to fill, you stop wanting it. And when you don't want it, there's nothing to quit. It's like realizing the door you've been trying to escape was never locked. That's why the people who find this understanding don't need willpower. They're not resisting temptation. They're simply uninterested. And the faster that shift happens, the faster alcohol loses its grip. But there's something else that speeds it up even more. And that's the third secret. Secret number 3. You must change the association, not the behavior. When people try to stop drinking, they focus on behavior. They count days, avoid triggers, delete contacts, and sure, that might work for a while, but it's surface level. Because the real battle isn't over behavior, it's over association. Every time you drink, your brain links alcohol with reward, stress relief, celebration, connection. Over time, those links become automatic, and that's why even thinking about a glass of wine can trigger dopamine before it even touches your lips. So if you want to stop fast, you have to break those links. Not through force, but through awareness. Next time you crave a drink, pause and ask, "What is this really trying to give me?" You'll notice it's never the alcohol itself, it's the feeling you think it creates. And when you start getting that feeling from real sources, connection, movement, rest, creativity, your brain begins rewriting the association. Suddenly, alcohol isn't a reward anymore, it's interference. And once your brain sees alcohol as a threat to pleasure instead of a source of it, the craving dies instantly. That's what makes stopping feel fast, because it doesn't feel like stopping. It feels like freedom. And once your associations shift, your identity starts catching up. That's where the fourth secret comes in. Secret number 4, your identity decides everything. Every drinker lives in 2 worlds, the person they are and the person they wish they could be. And as long as those 2 are in conflict, quitting will always feel like a fight. The truth is, you can't change your behavior while keeping the same identity. If you still see yourself as a drinker trying not to drink, you'll eventually drink. Because your actions will always return to who you believe you are. But when you shift that identity, when you start saying, "I'm not someone trying to quit, I'm someone who simply doesn't drink," your brain rewires instantly. It starts filtering every thought, every choice, every emotion through that new lens. You stop negotiating with alcohol because it's no longer relevant to who you are. That's why identity work is so powerful. It removes the internal debate. You're not depriving yourself. You're aligning with yourself, and when your identity changes, so does your future, fast. But there's one final secret that ties all of this together. The one that turns understanding into transformation. Secret number 5. You don't need time, you need a decision. Everyone says, give it time, be patient. Recovery takes years, but here's the truth. Change doesn't take time. It takes a decision. The moment you decide, really decide, that alcohol has no place in your life, the craving ends. The confusion ends, the excuses end. It's not gradual, it's instant. Because once your perception changes, your reality does too. And that's why people who suddenly get it never go back. Their brain updates the program in a single moment of clarity. And that moment can happen right now. Not next month, not after another failed attempt, not when things get bad enough, now. And the truth is simple. Alcohol never gave you anything worth keeping. It only took away what was already yours: peace, energy, confidence, connection. When you see that clearly, stopping isn't about waiting for progress, it's about reclaiming what was stolen from you, immediately. That's the real meaning of fast, not rushed, effortless. The shift. Freedom is simpler than you think. So let's put it all together. You don't have a drinking problem, you have a misunderstanding. You can't quit what you don't truly want. You break the craving by changing the association, not fighting the behavior. Your identity decides your outcome. And real change doesn't need time, it needs truth. Once you see those 5 secrets clearly, quitting alcohol stops feeling like sacrifice. It starts feeling like relief. You don't wake up fighting urges, you wake up free, clear-headed, calm, alive. And that's the part nobody talks about, how peaceful life becomes once alcohol is gone, because what you gain isn't just health or money or time. It's the ability to feel again, to focus, to connect, to live. Because you were never designed to need alcohol in the first place. You were designed to thrive without it. And once you reach that place, when you've stopped drinking and started living, there's one final thing you'll notice. Every now and then, a random craving appears out of nowhere. A whisper, a thought. It doesn't make sense. You don't even want it, but it's there. That's not you. That's the last trick alcohol plays, a conditioned reflex left in your mind. And the good news is, there's a way to shut it off instantly. No willpower, no waiting, no relapse. Once you understand the mechanism behind it, you can silence that craving in seconds, before it ever takes hold. So, if you're ready to know how to do that, click the video on the screen now. because what you'll learn there will show you exactly how to make those cravings disappear the moment they appear, and finally give you lasting peace.